Over the past few decades, there have been a number of mind-boggling events which have led to a lot of speculation from the general public. Whether it is about the death of a very popular celebrity or it is about the moon landing, people have created their own bizarre and crazy conspiracy theories about almost anything and everything that has happened in this world. But conspiracy theories are not always unrealistic and crazy. Sometimes these theories have turned out to be exactly true. Take the examples of the Watergate scandal or the very recent phenomenon of the government spying on all of us. While conspiracy theories are extremely hard to prove, they actually make so much sense at times that even when you do not want to believe in them, you start thinking that there actually is some kind of truth in them. Here we have compiled a list of some of the craziest conspiracy theories ever. The murder of Princess Diana. Princess Diana died in a brutal car crash in a highway tunnel of Paris, in France, on 31st of August 1997. As soon as the public heard this news, they started coming up with conspiracy theories of their own. Princess Diana was dearly loved by millions and millions of people, and so it came as a huge shock to a lot of people. Of course, the death of such a high-ranking royal member would bring a lot of speculation, but this time, the general public was not the one making various conspiracy theories. Mohammed Al-Fayed, the billionaire himself, was promoting the conspiracy theory that Diana did not die because of a mistake made by a drunk driver. Instead, this was an assassination, and it was done at the orders of none other than the British royal family itself. Shocking, though it has never been proved. The moon landings were fake. On the 20th of July 1969, the US beat the Soviet Union in the space race, and astronauts from NASA successfully landed on the surface of the moon, or did they? By the early 1970s, various conspiracy theorists started making claims that the moon landings never happened. There were even plenty of books that were published about the subject, claiming that the moon landings done by the US astronauts were fake and they never really happened. However, there have been a number of proofs given by NASA debunking these conspiracy theories. The astronauts that were actually in the moon landings also felt deeply offended by such theories. The assassination of John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy was probably one of the most famous and most beloved presidents in the US, and he was assassinated in 1963 by Lee Harvey Oswald. But was Lee Harvey Oswald alone, or was there a second gunman as well? No one really knows for sure, but there have been plenty of conspiracy theories stating that Lee Harvey Oswald did not act out alone, and maybe he was not even the killer. Even after so many years since his death, nobody has actually been able to put a complete silence to all the conspiracy theories about the assassination of America's favorite president. Many government agencies have tried to prove that Lee Harvey Oswald was the only assassin, but many still doubt it, and conspiracy theories surface up to this day and age. Is the Earth really a sphere? To most of us living in the 21st century, it might seem crazy and completely absurd that people still believe that the Earth is not spherical and instead it is flat. Conspiracy theories about the Earth being flat and not spherical first began surfacing in around the late 1950s, and now with the advent of widespread internet connection, these theories have taken up a brand new angle and huge popularity amongst people. These theories seem to be completely bizarre, since even the ancient people knew that the Earth was spherical, and now that us humans have gone to space itself, astronauts have seen with their own eyes that the Earth is nothing but a blue marble. However, there is still quite a large chunk of people left that completely believe in the flat Earth theory. These flat earthers do not try to see beyond their own horizon, and they completely reject the scientific proofs and evidence that numerous people have given over the years. How crazy! The Illuminati has its headquarters in Denver. While the existence of the Illuminati itself is a conspiracy theory, the fact that the Illuminati has headquarters at the Denver airport is absolutely crazy. Many conspiracy theorists and believers think that the secret group of elite members of the Society, which essentially makes up the Illuminati, has its headquarters at the Denver airport. This airport has also occasionally poked fun and embraced the weird rumors in a funny way, but it has not stopped people from wondering whether or not the Illuminati is real, and if they really have their headquarters at the Denver airport. Nonetheless, it is absolutely crazy that people really think so. The UN is actually a secret agency which is planning to kill people. For years and years now, the United Nations has faced intense scrutiny from a lot of people, especially their newly formed Agenda 21, which is a sustainable development plan, has been under a lot of criticism, and people on the internet are extremely suspicious about it. According to a large number of users on the internet, Agenda 21 is nothing but a part of the Illuminati's plan to kill plenty of us and wipe out a large chunk of people, much like Thanos did in the Marvel movie. While it does seem highly unlikely and bizarre, there are still a lot of people who believe in this crazy conspiracy theory. Huge tobacco companies knew that cigarettes were bad for us. It is now known that cigarettes are extremely bad for us and can cause a number of health complications such as bronchitis and cancer. But for years, the general public and even doctors thought that cigarettes have got health benefits. The cigarette manufacturing companies also endorsed them as being healthy and having a number of health benefits. It took a lot of research to find out that cigarettes are extremely harmful and should never be smoked if one wants to maintain a healthy lifestyle. However, many people believe that big tobacco-making companies already knew this fact and they were only fooling people to make profits. While there has been a lot of evidence to prove this theory, nothing really has come out of it. Australia does not really exist. This is probably the craziest of all conspiracy theories that we've ever come across. The country, although sparsely populated, has a large population of 24.4 million people, and yet somehow people think that Australia does not really exist. Flat earthers believe that Australia does not actually exist, and it is only a hoax created by people and government agencies. People also think that Australia was basically just a camp set up by the British to hide a genocide of some 1 million people. As crazy as it may sound, people actually think it is true, and they think that there is no geographical proof to show that Australia really exists and people really live there. The COVID-19 virus is man-made. Many people, especially those in the West, believe that COVID-19 is a man-made virus, and the pandemic occurred only as a result of the lab leak done by the Chinese government. People, and even governments in the West, believe that the Chinese leaked this deadly virus in order to capture markets and have economic gains and further strengthen their economy. While there have been no proofs until now, this conspiracy theory might actually be true, considering China's aggressive nature and its hunger for power. While there have been many deaths in China itself due to the virus, many people think that Xi Jinping thinks it is only a small price to pay for economic growth and further strengthening of the Chinese economy and expanding the political power of the Chinese. Many people want non-governmental agencies to actually look into the matter and look into how the virus actually leaked out. Whether or not this conspiracy theory is true still remains a question, but it is certainly more believable than the theory that Australia does not exist.